Greetings and salutations, listeners, and welcome back to the Band of Misfits. Last we left off, the party went on their own little short side mission to try and rescue their friend from the clutches of Loki. They did. Um, Sam was sadly out of commission once all that was over and done with, so group of Valkyries came down, took not only Sam, but also Eri and Ori to Valhalla to get some well-needed rest and relaxation.
And snow.
And snow. So now we are back with the party still at the bottom of the waterfall, holding the device with Loki's soul in it, and just taking in what just happened.
I'm surprised they didn't take the kids with them. Wouldn't they want to lock Loki's soul away somewhere protective? I mean, what the heck are we supposed to do with it? Are we gonna hang it up on our wall?
You could, exorcise it? To the ghost?
It's not technically a ghost, it's his soul, but I don't know, is that this... I don't know, can they be counted as the same thing?
Yeah, close enough.
Jasper votes that we save it and use it against the cult in Tiamat.
That's not a terrible idea, but what if he gets free? I guarantee he will not be happy with us.
I mean, we're going to go against Tiamat, you said?
Well, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, if he could stop
we're not going to... I feel like we should do that.
Well, I mean, we won't technically be going against Tiamat. We just have to stop the ritual from letting her in. So technically we wouldn't have to fight her exactly, but you're not wrong.
I say we keep it.
For the time being?
Yeah. I mean, what's going to happen, really? I mean, it's going to burst open and kill everybody?
I just stick it in a bag of holding. Yeah, that should hold him.
Okay,
yeah.
he has bag of holding. Kuka has new friend.
Who has the highest passive perception right now?
I think I might. Let me check.
Checking mine.
I have
13.
19. I have 19.
Okay, Gertrude. In the river at the base of the waterfall, you noticed what appears to be a bright neon green child's sand bucket.
Oh, what's this? I pick it up. I bend down to pick it up.
You pick it up, and oddly enough, there's no water in it despite it being underwater.
I'm gonna try and fill it up again, see if it's just a farce that it didn't have any water in there.
All right, you dunk the bucket underwater. Are you putting it in the side you're going to scoop up water, or you're going to submerge
just try and scoop it up. Yeah.
All right, you scoop it up, and there is water in it for a short bit, but then it just drains out the bottom. But yet it doesn't come out the bottom.
There's no hole, but yet it still drains.
Yes. It's almost like it's a portal.
So is the water visibly going out the bottom of the bucket, or just disappearing into the bucket and draining into the bucket?
It's almost like it's draining into the bucket. What languages do you speak?
Common, Minotaur, and Elvish.
Okay. There's something written on, like, the edge lip of the bucket, but it's in Dwarven.
Hey, everybody, look what I found. I found a toy bucket. I think it's magic. Look at this. And I repeat what I did, showing everybody.
A toy bucket. Really?
Oh, look at this! It's cool. Look at this. And I repeat, filling it with water, and then it just isn't there again.
Ooh, do it again! Do it again!
It has some writing on it, but I don't read Dwarvish, and also it's small. My eyes are not great. Does anybody read Dwarvish?
Since he's basically listening to us right now, Jasper, with your permission, is it okay if I play your character just for this one bit? Alright, thank you. So Jasper walks over, looks at the edge of the bucket, and just squints and basically says, called Bucket Bucket.
Seriously?
How crude! The fuck it bucket.
Excellent name. For what purpose does this serve?
For what purpose is there to fuck it, the bucket?
Yes! Jasper gets the point of my joke! Yes!
I'm gonna stick my hand in it, see if anything happens.
Alright, you stick your hand in it. Who's... Okay. So there is I'm gonna say, a little ways away there is, like, the edge of a forest starting. Who's the one closest to one of the trees?
I suppose me, because I was the one that went out and grabbed the bucket.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, you reach your hand in, and you feel something brush up against your tail.
My tail. Okay, I turn around.
You turn around
What
and you
is it?
see your arm sticking out through a knot in the tree.
Ah! It's a portal bucket!
That fucking scream!
Basically, this bucket has a portal at the bottom of it, and wherever you put it, whatever item gets chucked into it is randomly teleported to the same to a random location on the same plane of existence. And you guys have no control of where the item ends up.
I think I might have found a solution to what to do with Loki. We could just put him in there. And
Why are we like this? Why are we like this?
God, even Robbie can't finish his thought.
Okay, so what are we gonna do now? I don't mean to sound lost, but I think I checked out for a minute. You found a bucket that does what?
it seems to teleport things. I'm voting we put Loki in it. Because people were concerned about what to do with Loki. Well, we'll just put him in there.
A good idea, but at the same time, we already decided what we're gonna do. We already put it away in the bag of holding. It should be fine.
Well, Jasper agrees with Granny.
No, I suppose.
I mean, Jasper is right. If it's not here, it's not our problem.
See, Jasper gets the idea. I'll do a vote. All in favor of keeping Loki in our bag of holding, raise their hand.
I have no preference one way or another.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yes.
Neither do I. I don't either.
So you guys are gonna throw Loki into the fucking bucket.
Yes.
Is that what I'm getting from this?
I think that's what the intention of finding this thing was for anyway. So yes.
Okay.
If
So you
it's
guys
not there,
throw.
it's not, like Jasper said, if it's not there, it's not a problem.
So you guys throw Loki into the fucking bucket.
Yeah,
Where
his
he
little
ended up,
contraption.
only
We don't
time will tell.
He's
Did
whoever
he-
finds its problem.
Did he end up in a cave, or did he end up in someone's house? We will never know.
Just imagine, just suddenly teleports onto someone's countertop in their house. Just poof. Oh look, it's a
What?
cage containing a god. It's basically an Elder Scroll. Shut up, Jasper.
Oh god.
I mean, who's to say he also didn't end up in another universe?
Well, it has to be on the same plane of
Yeah.
existence.
Never mind.
Yes. So he is on the material.
Yes,
Oh,
he is
that's-
somewhere on the material plane. Or did he
Oh,
end up
that's
somewhere at
taken
the
care of?
bottom of the ocean?
Oh, that could have happened too. Oh, no problem anymore.
Give him
For
the
now.
Megatron treatment.
Give him the Megatron treatment.
treatment.
Decepticons!
Okay. Tanitha walks up. Okay, now that we're all done with that shittery, shall we head home?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell
I'd like a proper bed.
Okay. Gather around. Time to head back.
Alright.
He takes one of his arrows and starts to draw another teleportation on the circle. On the ground.
O'Malley just watches with fascination. Mild fascination. He's drunk.
Yeah, like basically the way he draws his sigils, it's kind of like the same grace and elegancy as how Lindsay Sterling plays her violin. Once done, he stands in the center with all of you, throws the arrow onto the ground, and you guys are now teleported back to the outside gates of Waterdeep.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Damn it, Jasper!
Come with me, and you will be in a world of magic transportation.
In a world of magic transportation.
Why do I love
I'm
you guys?
mad that I couldn't think of that.
I know. Well, kind of looks at Waterdeep. Who else wants to find a tavern?
This was certainly an exciting adventure. I can't wait to write about it.
I just got here, so.
You've been with us since chapter 4. What is chapter 4?
Yeah, remind me. I was probably fucked up. Surprisingly, I think O'Malley's getting along with everybody.
Well, I think instead of a tavern, we should hit a cafe and have just a nice cup of coffee.
I second this.
Where are you going,
Turkey
Sweet Cheeks?
melt.
Real food and drink will be better than alcohol.
O'Malley's like, can I have an Irish coffee?
I hope so.
I desires a turkey melt.
Turkey.
When you said that, I desires a turkey melt, Lord Vader. Do it.
Did it for
I
me.
mean, whiskey.
And Jasper's like, only if by coffee, and only by coffee you mean beer, and if by beer you mean whiskey.
Oh,
Tanith'll lead
Yes,
you
let
to
us
like
go.
the only cafe left in town.
oh
And
man.
That wasn't
on the window,
respect.
it now says it says
On the
now
window?
serving alcohol. Now serving cocktails.
Yes.
God damn it.
Inside. He is inside.
He just busts in. I'll take your entire stock.
I'll take your entire stock.
The bartender behind the newly built, like, you could obviously tell that this at this bar is newly put in, because the rest of the cafe looks like old wood and brick, while the bar counter looks like newly polished wood and stone.
Also, Jasper entered at the same time as O'Malley by taking O'Malley's hand and skipping in like a little child.
And the bartender is a 12-foot tall moose centaur.
A moose tar.
Yep,
Wow.
a moose tar.
I wonder what it's like to be that height.
And it's a female, too.
Large individual.
It's funny. Like, O'Malley is
Large
drunk, but his
individual.
charisma is ridiculous. It's like, I feel like he approaches the bar and is like, man, and just like looks up at the face, the antlers, and is like, I wonder what it's like to be that tall.
It's not as fun as you think.
Really?
Yeah.
Looks good
For-
from where I'm standing. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm laughing at Jasper.
He's like, I got this. Accent. I will take 2 bottles.
To sum it up, Jasper in a Canadian accent tells the waitress, I'll take 2 bottles of your finest drink, eh?
Oh god.
Don't patronize me.
That voice is not very convincing, if you ask me.
She then turns around and bangs her antlers on one of the beams. God damn it! And walks over, pours some freshly brewed coffee, 2 shots of whiskey, 2 pumps of caramel syrup, and just slides them down.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, lass. So, what made you open up a bar out here?
Because there's like already 10 in this town.
Gertrude's going to approach. Excuse me, miss. What kind of teas do you have?
We have oolong, we have gosh, hold on.
You have Earl Grey, oolong,
I just
green tea, jasmine, chamomile ginger.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I also have a English breakfast blend.
Black tea.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
also
that
have
sounds
Irish breakfast.
I'll try
you
the breakfast blend. That sounds nice.
I was about to say
English or
that's
Irish?
don't do
Oh,
Irish, Gertrude. Don't do it.
English, I suppose.
All right,
Surprise
and
me.
you can see she grabs a tin and actually starts to like actually no, she grabs several tins of like a bunch of different types of like dried leaves and puts several like she's making her own blend at this point from like loose leaves.
Yeah.
Puts them in like a tea infuser and runs hot water over and just slides it to you. It's like, I would recommend waiting about 5 minutes.
Well, thank you. Thank you, miss.
I desires a turkey melt.
She
No.
you don't see it, but you can you can kind of see it. She slightly leans forward and with one of her hind hooves taps on the wall 6 times. All right. Your turkey sub shall be in about 5 minutes.
Thank.
Anything else I can get for you?
How about a story to us?
A story?
How you come to be here?
Oh, I came in I came into Waterdeep about a week ago. I only started working here this morning.
Oh, I see.
Also, if I offend any Canadians out there, I am so sorry. I don't mean to.
Let's see.
But I definitely know who you all are.
I don't know if you know who I am per se.
But surely you must know of the incredible Steve, the greatest writer in all the realms.
Oh yeah, I know you're the most annoying one out of this group.
Well,
The truth has been spoken, yes?
she's got you there, Steve. But we, like, we're gonna give Steve a big bear hug, but we still love you. And Jasper speaks up. Second one, I'm the most annoying.
Oh, I don't think so. Oh, looks like your food's already. I'm gonna go get it.
Alright.
She she walks backwards to get to the window. Like, you can. This was clearly not made for someone her size.
Yeah, poor girl.
She then comes back with Chilzer's turkey club sandwich, but also a giant I'd say that's like a giant hind leg of a I'm gonna say it's like the hind leg of like a drake, but it smells like pork and beef. She also brings out a basically a giant feast for you guys of food. Now, if there's anything else y'all need, just call me over.
We will, loves. Certainly we will.
She then manages to make it out from behind the bar and starts to walk around the rest of the cafe, making sure everyone's got their making sure everyone's enjoying their food and drink. And then she goes over to a corner of the cafe where you see what appears to be a small stage. With big, big silk ornate curtains and some kind of weird blank white sheet draped in the back.
As she does this, Jasper whispers to all of us, "Someone cast Reduced Person on her. It's painful to watch her hit everything at a constant."
I don't think I have that spell, mate. I'm sorry.
You guys suddenly hear what sounds like music playing coming from the corner where the bartender walked off to.
I was gonna say, if this place had no music, I was about to break out in a jolt.
You do hear music, but then you also hear what sounds like talking, but not from any of the other patrons. Who wants to... is anyone going to look over at the corner and see what's going on, or...
Yes.
Alright, Gertrude, you're the first to look over, and you see what appears to be moving pictures in the corner. Like one giant portrait of, like, this is something you've never seen before. Is it technology? Is it magic? What is causing the people in this portrait to move?
Isn't that lovely? Look at that.
As you guys look over on the portrait, you see a young, skinny, brown-headed, green-skinned tiefling with his head down, reach his hand out, and as this big black dragon bends its head down and puts its muzzle up against this tiefling's hand.
Wait. I know what that's a reference to.
I just got it too.
Nice reference.
Yeah. So yeah, do you guys get engrossed in what's happening while you guys are eating and drinking, or do you guys just focus on each other?
Oh, I do both. Like, I watch and chat with my friends. Dinner and a show. So I'm gonna turn to LaFane and go, "So LaFane, now that with all the adventures you've been on with us, what do you think? Do you think you'll be sticking around for a while?"
I'm not sure where my path will take me.
Well, you got us by your side if it ever goes wrong. And Jasper wants to do a performance. Jasper did a performance check of 17 to start singing in Draconic to the music.
As you start to do so, a few of the patrons look over at him in awe, throws a couple of silver and copper to him, while the others are paying attention to the movie.
And the occasional rotten tomato.
I'm not in board liquor. I don't think I want to make her walk all the way over here, though.
Gunga's like going to be clapping his hands to the music, and like Steve's going to pull out a small flute and start playing to it. Wait, no, he doesn't have a flute. He has I forgot. Does he have a flute? Let me check.
Gotta check what you got in the inventory because you always forget.
Oh, he has a lute, not a flute.
Oh, there's so many talented people.
Steve is going to start playing along with everyone.
So just as Steve was about to strum his first chord, the bartender took the instruments like, not while the movie is going. I'm sorry, but I don't need my patrons' distractions.
Steve is going to dejectively be, and they just sit back down, once again upset by her.
She does.
Hey, Lassie, you think you can get me another Irish coffee then?
Oh, of course. Is there anything you would like me to add to this one?
Whatever, honestly.
Put in
I'm not even giving too much of a buzz.
Put in a vodka sting. Extra sting.
Sure.
As he starts making this next batch of Irish coffee, you guys hear explosions off in the distance.
Oh boy.
All of my people.
Not again.
Oh dear.
Okay, not gonna lie, O'Malley may have actually got a little freaked and starts to jump over the counter.
I thought you were about to say O'Malley was gonna. I thought you were about to do like, not gonna lie, O'Malley's gonna be like, sorry, that was me.
No, he has taken down beast upon beast upon beast. There has not been a lot of beasts he's never seen before. He's lived for a very long time. Here's the issue. That also means anything that makes a large clang or whatever, he automatically dives over the counter and assumes defensive maneuvers. He's not scared most of the time, but he was completely relaxed and caught off guard.
Alright, does he cling to the bartender considering her size?
Actually, he'll try to protect her.
Aww.
He was a man of the cloth for a long time. He's fallen a little bit from that, but he still wants to save people. He's a very nice guy.
As you guys look out the window, you see several different smokestacks all throughout Waterdeep start to billow up.
Must go investigate. Become one with the Bob Squad.
Aw,
Yes.
Guga was just enjoying his dinner and show.
I mean, whatever's out there could probably wait an extra couple of minutes, right?
As you say that, another bomb goes off.
We all just look at him.
Okay, I'm going outside. You okay in here, Lass?
Oh yes, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. You go take care of what you need to do. Why did I go Indian?
I don't know. I tried to stay in O'Malley, but I feel like sometimes I venture off. So I see where you're coming from, trust me.
Jasper has gone to investigate.
Oh, shite. I'll go with the man so he doesn't fucking die.
Tanethil falls close behind and goes into jaguar form, so it's easier to sniff out.
Not gonna lie to you, when you said from behind, I was thinking like close behind him, like Scooby-Doo, style. And he was gonna turn to you and say something like, "Oh, so you like when I walk away as well? Okay."
I guess is gonna go too.
Alright. You guys managed to make it to one of the recently exploded sites. It turned out to be the Orcs Cafe got exploded.
They had another one, lads.
The cafe. Don't you mean the bakery where we captured that orc spy?
Yeah, the bakery.
A bomb.
You find Kokokin and Parma both kneeling in the rubble in horror because even though they hated her, they did love the pastries there. Like Barry is there, Tony is like, fellas, we got a situation!
Tanethil in his jaguar form hops down into the crater.
I was just enjoying my beauty sleep too. Like you all notice, she's actually wearing like one of those long like sleep caps. Like, oh, yeah, guys, that reminds you. Speaking of Barry, everyone, real quick, turn your attention to character art.
That makes sense.
Yep, sounds about right.
What you got there? A carrot?
But yeah,
Wasn't doing anything with it.
Barry has his own art now, which you can find on the official Twitter.
Shameless plug.
I know, shameless.
Jasper, upon snooping around with Tanafil, finds on what appears to be what's left of the oven on one of the stone bricks is a still smoldering insignia. Of the Red
Oh.
Wizards.
Oh, great.
Oh, lad, it's them again. I had the back
Shit.
off.
I guess they'd say shite. I keep fucking it up.
Meanwhile, another bomb goes off at the prison.
Really?
Fuck.
You know, they are getting really annoying.
You must
I-
find them. Yes.
We
Tanafil's
probably
already
should.
booking it. While you guys were just at the cafe, at the prison, a guard by the name of Bert is executing his nightly patrol pattern. He was recently assigned to guard the newest prisoners, both members of Tiamat's cult. It was a surprise for him to learn that the owner of his favorite bakery was a high-level member of such a dangerous organization. She had always been so friendly and cheerful to him whenever he visited, and her jelly pastries were to die for. It turns out that her real name was actually Zenidi. Highly skilled and extremely dangerous. One of the top prismatic guards of Tiamat's organization. As he passed the lounge, Bert could hear his off-duty comrades arguing over cards again. He shook his head. Greg must have offered up another one of his swords again. Most likely, Tessa beat him with another one of her tricks. It wouldn't be long before a fight broke out. Not that Bert was worried. Everyone knew it was all in good fun. He nodded to a guard on his right as he passed by one of the cells. Inside, he could hear Verdun. He could see a Verdun with oversized glasses mumbling to himself as he ate his dinner. He was employed by Carissa to help out whatever may need be both in the bakery and in the cult. Bert realized he was nearing Zenidi's cell. Walking by the bars, he could see her staring up at the ceiling. She had been doing that non-stop since her capture, only moving when needed help to relieve herself or to sit up and eat when it was chow time. The orc had been paralyzed from the waist down during her battle with the Avengers. The doctors could not tell if that factored into her new behavior while incarcerated. She never spoke either, just stared blankly up at the ceiling. Yet she would glare at whoever brought her food or came to help her move. As much as he knew he could not trust, Bert hated seeing the baker he once considered a friend in this position. Do you hate the color red? Bert paused before turning to look at her, the guards on either side of her cell doing the same. I'm sorry? The three watched as the orc slowly sat up, so smoothly that it appeared she wasn't using any muscles. She stared at them with a blank look. Do you hate the color red? What the hell kind of question is that? The guard on Bert's left asked, placing a hand over his short sword. The orc shrugged before laying back down. It's just a question. Those three seem to love the color. The three guards tense at her words. What did she mean by those three? No one nearby was wearing red. The guard on Bert's right gripped his spear tightly and stepped back as he frantically turned to look over his shoulder, while the one on his right unsheathed his sword. Bert froze as he felt the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. His mouth suddenly felt dry as he spoke. Who are you talking? It happened all in a flash. The wall behind them exploded, knocking the three guards off their feet as bricks rained around and onto them. Bert cried out as one landed on his knee, shattering it. With his ears ringing and gritted his teeth, the guard propped himself up with one of his arms while he used the other to remove the brick. As the pain spread throughout his leg, he inhaled sharply and clenched his hands. His vision was slightly blurred, leaving Bert to attempt to get a visual of his surroundings. With limited success, yet he could smell smoke and feel the cool night air brush against his face. Tessa's concerned face came into vision soon after. She was speaking, but he couldn't make out anything. He winced as he felt a hand touch his knee. "Someone give me a hand!" Tessa yelled as she attempted to comfort her friend. "He needs help!" All around her, the other guards were in an uproar. A few were checking on the others caught in the explosion, and a couple more entered the orc's cell to question her. Several were looking out of the new hole in the prison, with some taking notice of the chaos in the town. "How the hell did this happen?" Greg demanded as he observed the fire covering Waterdeep. He turned and strode towards Zanidi's cell, glancing worriedly down at the wounded Bert along the way. "Who did this? How many other cult moles were in Waterdeep?" Zanini sent him a half-smirk in response. Greg's eye briefly twitched in frustration. "Restrain her, and call for... Look out!" Greg turned just in time to see an ominous red glow envelop several of his teammates. Still standing by the hole, Greg and those left shielded their eyes as the glow became brighter and brighter, while those at the forefront howled and clawed at their faces. With a span of a few seconds, both came to an immediate stop. Everyone lowered their arms to see two figures standing a few feet before the hole. One was a hobgoblin, while the other was a tiefling with a half-burnt face. Both wore black clothes and armor, but one piece of clothing grabbed the attention of those present and caused their blood to run cold. Red hoodless cloaks with gold highlights. "Red wizards," Tessa muttered under her breath. What truly scared her was that the tiefling was none other than Vomard Toraz, their leader. The hobgoblin gave them a wave of his hand.
"Knock, knock, everyone! Sorry for the mess. There was a wall in our way."
At least we gave them one hell of a surprise.
A female goblin wearing the same clothes stepped out from behind the hobgoblin. What unnerved the guards was the maniacal grin that stretched across her face. Swirls of pale blue energy danced around her hands.
"We're tonight's entertainment. We brought fireworks."
Greg was the first to snap out of his shock, drawing his sword. "To arms, men!" and call for backup. The others followed suit and rushed towards the mercenaries. Vomard said nothing and merely pointed at his assailants. The other two red wizards immediately followed the wordless command. The hobgoblin held his hands with his thumbs touching and fingers spread. With a thin sheet of flames shot forth from his outstretched fingertips, setting three guards ablaze.
"Here's your present!"
The goblin girl hurled a bubble of acid at two unlucky guards. She then proceeded to skip past the two, unfazed by their anguish.
Don't forget to leave a tip!
Unfortunately for Tessa, who was trying to shield Bert from the bubble, part of it splashed her neck, to his horror. As his vision gradually returned, he could see Vomard hold out his hand, and a black spear materialized. One guard tried to rush the tiefling with their own spear, only to be parried and knocked through the hole. The next guard to lunge at him was Greg. And while the swordsman lasted longer than Vomard's previous opponent, the tiefling eventually knocked him off balance and jammed the spear up into his chin. 4 more guards arrived just as Greg's body toppled to the ground. One took aim with a crossbow and fired, hitting the hobgoblin in the shoulder.
Ow!
He turned to them, snarling, before creating a bolt of lightning that arced toward the crossbowman, frying him on impact. 3 bolts then leapt from him to the other 3 guards, frying them as well.
Zappity zappity!
The goblin approached him with a curious look.
Feel better?
The hobgoblin exhaled softly.
Yeah, it helps. Yep.
Bert watched as the two proceeded to break the lock on Zanidi's cell and finish off the guards surrounding her. At this point, he did not know what to do. The 3 mercenaries wiped out his unit without breaking a sweat. Hopefully the alarm was active, but it would do little good now. It was then that Bert noticed that Vomard was looking right at him. The scarred tiefling face held no emotion as he slowly approached the wounded guard. Fear had overridden Bert's pain sense as he rolled onto his stomach and tried to crawl away. Not that it did him any good. He soon felt a stomp on his knee. He didn't even hear himself scream. You guys are arriving at the aftermath just as they left. Like, as you guys approach, all you guys see is a pillar of smoke twisting around. And all you see is death, destruction. But no Zanidi and no Verdan. Just dead guards.
I believe the Verdan's name was Jason, if I recall.
Anyone else notice that weird smoke?
Fine weird.
Well, it's gone now.
Got a what?
Well, it's gone now.
Oh.
Thick.
Religus is a little unnerved by the remains of some of the guards. Like,
Poor old Melanie.
2 of them look.
He's like, I'm already used to this. I'm already here. I'm already used to this.
2 of the guards look dissolved.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me. The lengths of which people are going to go. You know? I mean, some of this looks intentional.
I'm gonna look for any survivors I can do some healing on.
I should probably go help you, lass.
Jasper's kneeling down near the bodies and starts speaking a prayer in Celestial.
Right. As for any survivors, sadly, the only ones who are survivors are it's like 1 prisoner who is on death row, actually.
And they're probably still secure, aren't they?
Yeah, in fact, their death sentence was supposed to be tomorrow, actually.
Looks like that might be postponed, huh? There are other guards that survived though that were nowhere near the carnage.
I'm gonna say yes. They were out on patrol.
Alright.
So I'm gonna say 5 guards run up and seize everything. And they are not happy.
Any chance they think we did it?
No, because this group that arrived were the same ones that locked up
The orc?
yeah, Zanidi and Jasper.
Jason. Jasper's on our team.
Jason.
Does Jasper's prayer do anything to save any of the guards?
Looks at all the dead and is just like, God, this fucking smell is nauseating. Singed hair and skin. Ugh. He looks visibly distraught. Like, visibly, like, uncomfortable. Like, he's uncomfortable, but not put off by all this shit. It's just the smell is disgusting.
Steve himself, like Steve is actually thrown up out into the hole in the wall.
He's actually throwing up on a dead body also.
And then he just looks at the person that's dead and is like, I'm so sorry!
I need to live. Is there anything we can do, Locke, now that they got away, or should we just, or do you suggest we should just go help put the fires out around town?
It's up to you guys what you want to do from here.
I feel like we should probably try cleaning up the bodies best way we can. Probably, I don't know about fixing this wall, but we need to see to the injured and the dead first.
Alright.
So, if anyone has any abilities that would help in this particular predicament, it won't be easy, but probably be for the best. Anyone have detect life?
Nope, don't look at me.
I don't know.
None of my characters do.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't.
LaFay, do you have it?
I've got locate animals or plants and locate object. Nothing about finding life.
Shit. Well, okay. How many people do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's about 9 of us, isn't there?
A lot more than 9, but I think a little more than 9, but yeah.
I found my charger. I'm back.
Okay, Rangus, how many party members do we have now? We don't know.
Party members? How many party members do we have in general?
Yes. No, right now.
I guess.
I
Okay, I guess with everyone here we have.
There's also Tanithil.
Should I count it?
About 10.
10? Alright. That's gonna be weird, but we can go ahead and split up into maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
11, counting Kupari.
Correct. I suggest we split up in some gangs we don't mind to be in and go searching around. Maybe somebody's alive. Who knows?
Alright.
Alright. Jasper's loading 6 galaxy-coated bullets into one of his revolvers. Yeah, Tanithel, funny enough, in his jaguar form, speaks. I can track them, but I don't think it'd be wise to go after them.
Well, for one thing, we won't have to track them. Remember before we left to face Loki, the Red Wizard leader sent us a message to meet at a certain location.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I think what we should do is save our energy for that fight. As much as I would love to go out and heal whoever possible, we need to save our energy. So we're gonna have to heal everyone the old-fashioned way. He then hops out of the hole and looks at the others. Let's go rescue a town.
Right? Go put out some fires.
Tanithil shape changes back into his elf form. He's like, I have a way to put out all fires at once. If everyone would like to stay behind me and make an announcement to get everyone out.
I guess?
Sure. Okay. Whatever you want to do, sweet cheeks.
Tanithil books it to the tallest building in town. And in a sense, I am going to make it right. Tanithil, on the top of the tallest building, manages to make his voice echo throughout the town and basically says, anyone who is okay and willing to help, get the injured and make it to City Hall. I'm going to need you all inside in the next 10 minutes. With that, you hear people clamoring, picking up wounded individuals, and start making it, heading towards Town Hall. Do you guys pitch in to help?
Yes. They do.
Yes, of course.
You all, thankfully, with all those who are uninjured, it looks like only like 2% of the population got injured, while 2% got severely injured, while the rest are either minor injured or okay. So everyone manages to make it to the town hall just in time. Tanithil jumps back down to ground level. And are you guys gonna see what he's gonna do?
I imagine we were all just
injured?
variously helping all the different people around.
Gertrude is gonna do what she can
Yes,
to help.
but not good Charlemagne are helping rescue people from fires. Religus is doing the same. Lafane, are you gonna start healing any of those who are injured?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on healing duty.
All right.
And Jasper's going to be playing medic at Town Hall. His words.
So you guys are basically gonna hear, or you guys can also see what's about to happen. Tanithil manages to kneel down on the ground in front of the town hall, facing out towards the town. You see him do a slight chant, and soon you see a wall 300 feet long, 300 feet high, and 500 feet thick of pure water.
Oh, damn.
Just gush in a tsunami from where he's standing. And manages to put out the rest of the fires throughout the town. Sadly, it did damage a few buildings that were like basically like flimsily made. But for the most part, he didn't cause any more damage. And he stays like that for a good... I'm going to say a good 2 minutes. And soon once that was done, he heads back inside, slightly winded, and sits down. First time ever using that spell. Did it work?
I believe we are inside, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, considering how there's no more, I don't see any more smoke, I think it worked.
He then falls back. He collapses onto his back and just like
By the way,
lays there.
Jasper did a medicine check of 19 to triage people into immediate help, and help soon. Those who will get immediate help, get help soon, or injured but not life-threatening.
Right. With that, you were able to like stitch up a few people that had like pretty serious gashes, but nothing too bad. Wrap up any severely bleeding wounds and deal with like you're basically able to stop bleeding of those who were pretty injured. Fortunately, there were a good number of doctors and nurses from the hospital nearby that were still in pretty good condition. They helped out. Basically, City Hall is now a refuge center. Just as all of you were finishing up your rounds of making sure people are okay, the sun has now set.
He's just sitting there drinking. He's an asshole. He's such an asshole. He's just sitting there drinking, looking at everyone belly aching, and he's just like,
Tanithel grabs the bottle with his tail and pulls it away.
Come on.
No.
What?
We could use this to sterilize wounds.
Wait, no. He's like, he grabs it in a second. Like, he tries to grab it in a second. He's a little tipsy, but he's serious about this flask. No.
So wait, does he grab the bottle, or does he grab the flask or Tanithel's tail?
He tries to grab the flask, but he misses and hits your tail.
Oh, I.
Please,
O'Malley?
don't. Whatever's in there is not going to help anybody, trust me, okay?
Jasper, because he just took it, and could you please let go of my tail?
He lets it go, and he starts chasing Jasper.
Religious is just watching in confusion, like, what the hell? He doesn't say it, he's not saying it out loud, but he's like, what the hell's the big deal? It's just a flask.
He starts chasing Jasper.
Jasper's like, good luck, my speed is much faster.
Okay, how fast is your walking speed, Jasper?
45.
That's pretty decent, not gonna lie. You're a monk. That makes sense. My guy's like old as shit. My poor guy. Yeah, no. Even with some of his abilities, he's not faster than you. But he's gonna keep trying. Anytime you try to stop and use it, he is going to try. He is going to fight you at this point.
Tanithil, seeing how hard O'Malley is fighting to get this flask, is like, look, I'm fine. He transforms into a leopard this time.
How many cats can you turn into?
Don't ask. And he chases after Jasper. And being, basically the fastest animal on the planet, manages to catch up with Jasper and pounces.
Jasper, just trust me. What's in there to potentially hurt people more than help. I promise you. He's kind of looking around because they've kind of made a scene, you know?
Yeah. Some people are laughing at the idiocy that's unfurling in front of them. So, even though to you guys it's a pretty serious situation, to them it seems like you guys are just trying to lighten up the mood.
Oh, God damn it.
Roll a disadvantage because he is running at about 500 feet around. I'm gonna say you go to swing, but miss as Cheetah Tanithil dodges out of the way. Is gonna be a 21.
Just the spectacle that this is making right now. It's one of those, he's trying to also wrestle it from your hands. And then he looks at you and he says, he looks at Jasper and he says, Jasper, please give it back. Okay? Just give it back, please. I enjoy being funny. I enjoy being the life of the party. And I need that. You don't know what's in it. And it's probably best if you don't. Please let it go and give it to me.
Jasper gives back. Jasper gives back the flask, calling O'Malley a lush.
Thanks.
What does that
All
even
right.
mean?
It means a drunk. An alcoholic.
Okay.
He is okay with that so long as he has his flask back. He doesn't give a shit. He's okay. Earlier, if a human could floof, he was floofing. It is panic. In his one eye that is functional, it is panic when you had it. I'll let you go that far. And I'll let you know that. As far as Tenethfell, I feel like they're the only ones that probably actually noticed the panic. I'm not sure if Jasper would have recognized it either.
With that, Tanithil lets out a little chirp, finds a place near the door, curls up in his cheetah form and falls asleep.
He proceeds to walk outside.
You take a look around, and it looks like everyone that's in here is savable and have basically already gotten the medical attention they needed.
Kind of walks outside. He takes a deep breath. He's fuck.
Alright. Everyone going to bed?
Him?
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone going to bed?
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Fane, you're gonna stay up to look after everyone?
Might as well. We need someone to keep an eye out on things.
He's staying awake. He is not going to bed.
With that, everyone who's going to sleep has gone to sleep. Those who are staying awake keep check. And it is now the next day, and everyone has basically gotten a long rest now.
He's just outside. Honestly.
Denethil comes out still in his cheetah form and sits next to you. You can actually hear him purring.
He looks over at this cat. Squints for a minute. Hi, Jennifer. The first time, by the way, he's actually called you by your name.
He just leans his whole weight into O'Malley.
So, sorry about the scene last night.
He shakes his head. I should have realized how important that flask was to you. I'm sorry.
Well, he could have the flask if he wanted, just the contents is what matters, to be honest. I've done a lot of stupid things in my life. Even if he managed to set whatever's in here free, it probably would have hurt a lot of people.
I get it.
He used to just look at you and he's like, I know I mess around a lot. Probably more than I probably feckin' should. But this is serious.
I can tell. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Just know that when you are ready, I'll listen.
He just nods.
He then heads back inside and turns back into his elf form. Alright. What? I gotta go!
What the heck was that voice? Okay, so I guess by gotta go, you mean we're going after the Red Wizards?
Yep.
Oh, but before
Alright,
we go, Jasper,
those...
as he's rechecking his gun, says, quote, "Woe to those who prey upon the weak, woe to those who kill the innocent, for I am the wings on which vengeance flies, may she be swift and as merciless as those that created this mess." Damn, Jasper.
Alright. As y'all pack up, get ready, and head on out, we're gonna end today's session there.
Alrighty.
Hope you all enjoyed today's session, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Goodbye!
Farewell.
Bye.